The Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal seems to be moving faster than usual if reports are to be believed. When the news broke that Microsoft would be acquiring Activision Blizzard, it came as a shock to many, as this would be one of the biggest purchases in gaming history. Activision Blizzard has been a staple within the gaming space for many years now, with massive titles like Call of Duty and World of Warcraft dominating the space. Activision Blizzard is not without its own controversies though, and with a long list of serious scandals, the game developer is definitely in the decline, although it can be argued that the troubles for the company started long before any controversy broke. For many, it was the neglect of smaller and newer IPs in favor of money-making giants like Call of Duty. Now, be that as it may, many are holding out hope that under new leadership, the company can rebuild itself and get back in touch with its roots. Now, it might be a difficult task, but it is definitely not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. Now, with that said, Microsoft and Xbox are set to take over the company soon, but a deal of this size does not come without its challenges. In a recent interview, the Microsoft president spoke about this deal, stating it is moving fast, at least fast enough for an acquisition of this size. We have received requests for information on this subject here in Brussels, but also in London and Washington. We answered questions, we gave briefings, and we provide the information requested. One of our attorneys summed it up nicely by saying, "We are coming to the end of the beginning and now we are entering the beginning of the middle. It is a long process and we are still at a stage where we are answering questions. For us, of course, the sooner it is done, the better, but we will respect the process." Now, as stated, the deal is under a lot of scrutiny from every lawmaker and agency that is looking into it, and some are even urging for the acquisition not to go through. Some lawmakers in the United States have written statements expressing their concern. One lawmaker wrote, "Workers at Activision Blizzard, following years of rampant sexual misconduct and discrimination and unfair labor practices, have led calls for greater transparency and accountability in the gaming industry, and we are deeply concerned that this acquisition could further disenfranchise these workers and prevent their voices from being heard. As this proposed deal moves forward in the review process, the FTC should assess whether the ways in which these companies have failed to protect the rights and the dignity of their workers are driven by power or amount of anti-competitive harms in our labor market, and if so, if the merger will exacerbate these problems." Now, that is one of many concerns that have been expressed, but even with all of the pushback, the deal is moving forward very fast, and it is likely that Activision Blizzard will form part of Microsoft and Xbox by the end of the first quarter in 2023. Overall, I do believe that this will be a net positive for everyone, although Microsoft is still just a large corporation who at the end of the day is motivated by profits. Working under them will go a long way in helping with some of the more extreme working conditions, provided of course that they are able to clean out house. It can also go a long way in restoring the reputation of the company, especially Blizzard, which has become a former shell of itself. The deal can finally put some distance between them and Activision, allowing Blizzard to go back to their roots and again put a lot of focus on new IPs and also reviving some of the old ones. Not having to worry about Call of Duty each year can go a long way in helping Blizzard get back to creating some great IPs again, although at the end of the day, only time will tell how all of this is going to play out.